some of their leaders, but the leaders are not the ones that should be at fault. Well, no, leaders are at fault. If the leaders are at fault, you do not lose faith in your organization. You gotta understand.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, she's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly. I want you to bring it to her. Once again, Knight. You don't.
Oh. Doodle-doot. Okay, now let's jump off the edge of this beast. I've tried that before and it didn't work. They got back up. Oh no, they got disoriented. Yeah. Because of how charismatic I am now, I can convince anyone of anything.
Radiation has a twisted sense of humor.
So, Dr. Ingram now.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built too, but that's because I'll only deal with. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on.
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know.
Really?
Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their. In the meantime, I've got a new. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on her.
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we can. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting.
What?
That's where our new project
Oh, baby.
Hey.
If you have a moment, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thank you. This isn't a formal meeting. I
Alright.
simply want to clear the air. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the Brotherhood, and given that you've adjusted so well to our beliefs, I don't think I...
Right.
Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty.
So there is a human being under all that power armor after all.
Sometimes I need a reminder. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was Paladin Krieg, toughest squad leader. He was a model soldier, embodying the values every trainee was striving to achieve. Fiercely loyal, secure in his beliefs, and brave to a fault. From the moment I was assigned to his squad, I was singled out. It felt like he was pushing me harder than the rest of the team. I fought by his side for years, and we had some seriously close calls. But he never explained to me why I was treated that way.
It sounds like he was trying to motivate you.
If he was, I never... After I was promoted to Paladin, and I'd moved on to my own squad, I received word that Krieg was killed at Adams Air Force Base. The news was like being kicked in the stomach. I mean, I'd lost some of my brothers and sisters before, but his death... well, it really got to me. It's taken me a long time to realize it. But the reason Krieg was so tough on me is the same reason I'm so tough on you. It's because I believe in you. And I don't want to see any of your potential go to waste.
What happened at Adams Air Force Base?
Back in the capital wasteland, the Brotherhood was at war with a traitorous group of rebels who called themselves the Enclave.
Group of rebels.
They
That's
maintained
not
a mobile
what
command
they were.
post at the remains of Adams Air Force Base, just outside of Washington, D.C. The Brotherhood spearheaded an assault on the command post, which was ultimately successful, but costly. Quite a few soldiers died in that battle, and Paladin Krieg...
I don't remember Paladin Krieg.
He made his mark on history. And whether you choose to believe it or not, you have the potential to do the same.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. Well, I've said what I had to say, and I hope that it meant something to you. I trust you'll keep this in confidence, of course. Some of that information was of a personal nature, and, well, I'd like to keep it that way.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy.
I know.
Now, the good news is that we've got...
Sure.
The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and
There's gotta be a way to solve.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power... Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but if you could get her down here to lend a hand...
Okay. Let's talk to Miss Madison. And with my wonderful charisma... Do I have Lady Killer? I do not. I'll get that next. Does everyone know who I am? I don't know if I like that. What? Well then, Maxon's not here.
Attention. Halbert pilot to station Epsilon. Halbert pilot report to station Epsilon. That is all.
Watch your step on the flight.
Like Maxon's in his office.
Now that Dr. Lee's arrived, I'm certain she'll be
Doctor.
vital to the
If you're
Brotherhood's
here to
success.
talk me into working on Liberty Prime,
You promised you'd help us.
you're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I've been down this road with the brother. Why would I make the same mistake?
Because
And we want to stop the Institute from using...
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, but coming from you, tell Proctor Ingram to get...
Sure.
It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online.
Can't talk right now. Gotta
Heads
clean
up.
the Mirelurk
Need
scat
something?
off my wrist.
Yes.
your thoughts?
Rebuilding Liberty Prime will ensure our victory over our adversaries in the Commonwealth.
Yes.
Your thoughts?
Give me a laser rifle and my power.
Okay.
That was all.
Very well.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold. Now, there's something you need.
Set me up.
Be my guest.
uh, 2,000. .38, 45.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
Now that we have intelligence on the Institute, we can use it against them and gain the upper hand. So, you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Oh.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Greetings, Knight.
Uh. Okay. I'm going to save Dance's life, evacuate everyone in the Institute, find Exo 1 armor when I get to level 40.
Heads up. Paladin,
Yeah?
your thoughts?
Don't worry. You'll get used to sleeping comfortably underneath massive containers of highly flammable gas.
Really? I don't know if that's something that'll happen. Oh, well.
Oh, God. All that on a stick was a really bad idea.
To the forecastle. I wonder how long I've been been streaming.